When we talk about childhood trauma, there is one critical topic that rarely gets brought into the light, especially when it comes to men. One of the heaviest burdens a male survivor carries into adulthood isn't just the memory of what happened to him. It's what he secretly believes it says about who he is as a man. Welcome back to Men Uncovered. Today, we are breaking the silence on how early life abuse deeply impacts male identity, why confusing behavioral patterns emerge, and how men can begin reclaiming control over their lives. Section 1. The distortion of masculinity and strength. From a very young age, boys are taught a very specific definition of manhood. We're taught that to be a man is to be strong, to be in control, to protect yourself, and never to show vulnerability. When a boy experiences childhood abuse, that entire blueprint is shattered before it even has a chance to form properly. A child's brain is not equipped to process or overpower an adult, but as that boy grows into an adult man, a dangerous psychological shift occurs. He begins to judge his childhood self using adult standards. He asks himself questions like, "Why didn't I fight back?" Or, "Why didn't I stop it?" This creates a deep subconscious rift in his male identity. The adult man feels a sense of failure or shame, feeling as though his inability to prevent the event made him weak or less of a man. In reality, the body's automatic survival mechanisms, like freezing or shutting down, were simply doing what was necessary to keep him safe at that age. Section 2. Confusion around sexuality and desire. The second major impact on male identity involves sexual confusion and internal conflict. Because childhood abuse occurs during critical formative years, the brain can struggle to separate healthy adult intimacy from past trauma. This leads to two very common yet rarely discussed psychological responses in adult men. First is trauma reenactment. It's completely normal for a male survivor to find himself returning to or recreating familiar sexual dynamics or scenarios in his adult life. To the outside world, or even to the man himself, this can feel confusing or shameful. But psychologically, this is often the mind's subconscious attempt to replay a painful past event, except this time, seeking a different outcome, trying to gain the power and control he was denied as a child. Second is the confusion surrounding biological response versus consent. During early abuse, the body can react physically or physiologically completely independent of the child's will. In adulthood, men often misinterpret those automatic bodily reactions as agreement or desire. This creates immense confusion around sexual orientation, healthy boundaries, and self-worth. Section 3. The masks men wear. Hypermasculinity versus numbness. To cope with this identity confusion, men often adopt one of two extreme coping mechanisms in their adult lives. The first mask is hypermasculinity. This is where a man builds an impenetrable wall of aggression, physical dominance, or overperformance. He overcompensates by trying to control every situation, every relationship, and every environment. On the surface, he appears completely untouchable and ultra-confident. But underneath, that aggression is a self-protective shield designed to ensure he is never vulnerable or powerless again. The second mask is emotional detachment or numbness. Instead of building a wall of aggression, this man completely disconnects from his emotions. He shuts down intimacy, struggles to trust partners, and lives in a constant state of hypervigilance, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. If he doesn't let anyone get close, no one can hurt him. Both of these masks are survival strategies, but over time, they rob a man of his ability to build authentic relationships and live a peaceful life. Section 4. Breaking the cycle and reclaiming identity. So how does a man begin to untangle his true identity from the trauma of his past? Step 1. Separate the event from your identity. What happened to you as a child was an event imposed upon you. It is not the definition of your character, your masculinity, or your future. You were a child placed in an impossible situation. Step 2. Understand the why behind your behaviors. Realizing that patterns like trauma reenactment, emotional shutdown, or hypercontrol are defense mechanisms, not moral failures, allows you to replace shame with understanding. Step 3. Seek trauma-informed support. Healing from deep childhood wounds is rarely something you have to figure out alone. Specialized therapeutic approaches such as EMDR or cognitive behavioral therapy are designed specifically to help rewire how trauma is stored in the brain and nervous system. Your past may have shaped where you started, but it does not have to dictate who you are as a man today. Reclaiming your identity begins the moment you decide to bring these unspoken truths into the light. If this video brought clarity to your journey, consider subscribing to Men Uncovered for more honest conversations on men's health and psychological well-being. Please check the pinned comment and description below for confidential helplines and professional support resources. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself.